Hello, this is my first attempt at a battle report using Tabletop Simulator. I wanted to get a video out this week. I'm going to try and get a hobby update out as well, because I know I didn't post anything last week, because I was on leave with my beautiful wife. So we spent the week travelling around, shopping, eating, the usual. So I'm going to make a battle report using the 1 Hour Wargames rules, which I really like, and it also is quick and easy to set up and play a game. And there aren't a ton of rules to explain if you don't know the rule set that well. So we're doing scenario 1, which is just a fight to the death, 2 hills, and then you just battle it out. The rule set is really easy. There aren't that many rules to it. It's designed that way. I think there's like 9 different epochs that the rules cover, that you can each one slightly different to the next one. Only 1 page worth of rules, from the ancients right up to World War II. They're really flexible. You can change these rules, add to them, house rule stuff, make them as complex as you want or as easy as you want. And the scenarios are really good as well. So I'm going to use the force generator that Neil Thomas provides, just to make the size random. I mean, you can pick what you want, but the force generator thing is a quick way of just getting 2 armies on the table. So this will be for the Germans, which is a 4. So what do we get? We get 4 infantry. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 mortar team, and a tank, so we'll use a panzer. There we go. And then for the Americans, 5, which is 4 infantry. So 1, 2, 3. We'll just clone this one. There we go. 4. 1 mortar, and there you go, an anti-tank gun. We'll just roll 2 dice to decide who's the red team and who's the blue team, or whatever it is. What do you reckon? Should I re-roll that? Yeah, better. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the Americans can pick what they want to be. So the Americans will say that they're the I can't bother to rotate them, to be honest. So they're picked to be the defending guy. So the Germans go first. So the next thing is to measure 6 inches. What's going on? There we go. Move that back slightly. That should be roughly 6 inches. Yeah, that'll do. This is only a test game. Because it's such a straightforward setup of both sides are just literally going to clash into each other. Put him up there. Oh. And the mortar can sit up there. Right. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll do a similar setup here. Right, there we go. Right, the Germans go first. Now the rules have 4 stages. Movement, observation, shooting and eliminating units. Observation, I think, is unique to the Second World War variation. Basically, you can only observe units that are within 12 inches of you, which doesn't matter for most of the units in the game because their range is only 12 inches anyway, but it does matter for mortars, because if a friendly unit can observe an enemy 12 inches away, then it means that mortar can fire. So when these infantry bases are within 12 inches of these bases, they can fire on each other, but then it would also mean the mortars can then start firing if they're further away, which what makes mortars dominate in this variation. I found that anyway. I think I rolled 2 mortars in my test game for the Americans, and they just decimated the Germans trying to push up the board. So anyway, Germans go first. So infantry can move 6 inches. And tanks can move 12. And the mortar doesn't need to move because it can shoot the entire length of the board. If you move, you can't shoot. Which is the only weird thing I find about the World War II variant is, the war was quite flowed. So I don't see why you can't move and shoot. But let's say you can house rule that if you felt that you should be able to move and shoot. Anti-tank guns can move 8. Yeah. So that's turn 1, over and done with. So to turn 2, Germans again. Get a bit excited there. There we go. Kind of gimped their movement there, and oh well. Like I say, this is just a test game. I'm just kind of rush playing it. Just to sort of, more for myself to see what it looks like when I've finished. Right, so they moved, they can't shoot. The American turn. Right, so they're going to have to either hold their position or move. So these guys are going to push forward. There we go. Right, we've got some shooting for the Americans. So, no. So 1, 2, 3, and he can shoot because they can see him. So anti-tank gun first. Oh, 6. And an anti-tank gun obviously gets a modifier against tanks, which is a +2, so that's actually an 8. So that's quite a hefty hit. So put that to 8. These guys, infantry against a tank get -2, so it's -2 on whatever we roll. Which is a 4. So that's 12. I don't know why I sounded puzzled then. And then this one, -2. That's a 2, so nothing. So that took quite a beating straight away. And these guys can't see anything. Oh! Ta-da! So the mortar is also on a -2 against tanks. Oh, so 2. So it's up to 14. There we go. And that is the Americans' turn. So turn 3. It's a pretty good start for the Americans. Right, so German response. They're a bit in a... yeah, so they're going to have to move. Obviously, these guys are all the way up. He can fire, and he can fire. So we'll just push these guys forward. They're the full 6. And then... oh. Right, so this shows how positioning should really be thought about, because I've really screwed these guys over. So, move to there, and then move to there. And because they moved, they can't fire. So, onto their shooting. 2 seconds and just double shoot. Yeah, moving and shooting units may not shoot if they have moved during that turn. Yeah, I am right. Because it sometimes changes from other rules in the book. So the tank will open fire on the anti-tank gun to try and get rid of it and somehow survive. So let's roll. Ah, here's a 1. Do tanks get a modifier against anti-tank guns? No. So they hit for 1. So not a great start. And now the mortar is going to open fire on the anti-tank gun. And this is unmodified as well. Uh, 2. So that's 3 wounds. Right, I think the Germans are in for possibly a world of hurt here. So they're in. They're in. They're in. And they're in. And we already know he can hit that. So we'll start with the anti-tank gun against the tank. That's the obvious choice. And I don't think it matters because it's 1 plus the 2 modifier takes it up to the 15. So I can't remember if I mentioned a minute ago, but each element has 15 hit points across the board. And once you hit 15, they're eliminated. So units are eliminated upon acquisition of 15 hits. So it doesn't mention they stay on and they're able to fire during their turn or anything. They're just destroyed. So he's removed. Next will be this infantry against this infantry. No modifications, so that is 2. This infantry against that infantry. That is 1. Okay, I like the way in which I said they're in for a world of hurt. This infantry against this infantry. Oh, that's better. Oh. 4. 4. Right, thank you. That one against that one. 3. And now the mortar against that one. And that is +2 because it's a mortar against infantry. So that's a 6. that's 10. There we go. And that is the end of that turn. And I think pretty much this is how this line is going to stabilise as they duke it out. So if you've got something else better to do, then you know, I won't begrudge you going and watching something else, because it's not going to. I think the only thing that's going to matter now is the dice rolls. So is the Americans. No, sorry, they just shot, haven't they? It's now the Germans' activation, so they're not going to move because they want to shoot. So it is him against him. So that's 3. Them against them. 2. Them against them. Them against them, sorry. Oh, 6. And them against them. 3. So, yeah, I did turn that, didn't I? Yeah. So, now in retaliation. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Got our mortar to fire. So, who's taken the most damage? There's no point using the mortar on him because he gets -2 against everything apart from tanks, which he gets a +2. So, we'll hit this guy with 6. 4, 7. So, that is 13. So, he's taken a bit of a pounding. Right, so the Americans are going to retaliate. So him against him. So that is 7. Them against them. That's 4. So 5. Him against him. Oh shit. Oh, that's 15, so and them against them. That's 1, so it takes up to 3. Up to 4, sorry. And now the mortar against him. So that's 7, which is 14. So he's very close to getting taken out. Yeah, whatever this is, -2. Nothing. So there we go. And now it swaps back to the Germans. So we'll start with them against them. So that is 6. Them against them. So that is 8. Him against him. That was really no roll whatever, but the Germans are losing, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt there. And then the mortars against him. Oh. It says 5, but it's, we'll roll it again because it's a bit cocked. Alright, there we go. Ah, it's 5. 5 with a +2 anyway. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my math has gone to shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Right, and now the Americans' retaliation. So we'll start over here, them against them. I mean, they should kill them. Yeah. Them against them. So that is 7. Them against them, so this -2. 1. So that puts that up to 8. Them against them. Puts that up to 6. And then the mortar against them. So this +2. 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, my maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, what is it about 13 that I can't count to today? Right. So that is the Americans done. So this looks like it's heading towards a bit of a runaway victory for the Americans. Right, so the Germans are going to fire on them. They're the logical choice. Did I just say a runaway victory for the Germans? I meant Americans. 2, 15, that's enough. Them against them. That's 4. So that's 7. And against them. 4, that's 6. So that is 13. Yay, I got 13 right. And now over to the Americans. So them against them. It's 2. Oh, that's enough. Them against them. That's 3. So that's 9. That against them. So this +2. Oh, so that's 8. Yeah, so that's them gone as well. And I think I'll call it there for all of your sakes. You don't want to keep watching me trudge up the field. No shooting going on because he can't shoot until you're within 12 anyway, at which point I think he'll be dead. So yeah, that was just a quick test game. Tell me what you guys think. I really like the rules. I'm going to try and see if I can find other assets for medieval, ancients, etc., which I can import into this. It's a good little mod with all the buildings, etc., so I can build up maps based on the other scenarios as well. I mean, this scenario was a bit boring to watch because it literally was just trudge up the field and shoot at each other. And the other ones have got a bit more to them. Like I said, I think there's 30 of them. Have a quick look at the book. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Not that far. What's this scenario? Yeah, scenario 30, last stand. So like last stand is the Red Army has been routed. A gallant remnant of the defeated Red Force has however survived and is preparing to fight to the last man in order to allow the rest of the army time to regroup. The Red Army has 3 units, the Blue Army has 6. Deployment, Red Army deploys all its units north of a river. No blue units are deployed at the start of the game. Turn 1, Blue Army, all 6 units arrive on the southern edge of the table. And then the special rules, Red Army apply an additional modifier +2 to all combat rolls. Pretty good. A single red unit, apart from knights, cavalry, armies or tanks deploy on a hilltop is assumed to be a redoubt. This has the following attributes. The garrison is under cover, the garrison has 180 field of fire, it takes a complete turn for the enemy to enter it. Unlimited number, any eliminated blue unit automatically reappears, and it's 15 turns. The blue player wins by eliminating all enemy units by the end of the game. Failure to do so means that the red win. So yeah, you just try and last as long as you can if you're the red guys. So yeah, we can try out different ones. Not just in Tabletop Simulator. I will try and set up a table. Like I say, I'm trying to compress this down to a 2x2 instead of 3x3. So I got my ancient British DBA and ancient Roman DBA. So we can always give that a go with the felt terrain I made, which I showed off in one of my videos. But yeah, that's it for this very mini battle report. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd say it was the most exciting scenario, but I guess it's a demonstration of what we can achieve using a Tabletop Simulator. So yeah, until next time.